There is lots of evidence that the cost of living crisis is becoming more prolific and more serious. It doesn't necessarily directly change society, but obviously does raise a lot of questions about social cohesion when you have some groups who are facing these kinds of cost of living pressures, the rise in poverty and so on. It is going to create some deep social divisions. So whether it will change society, I think is less clear, but certainly is going to accelerate and deepen some of the divisions that we can already see in terms of the divide between rich and poor. People tend to consider in relation to energy price pressures are particularly pensioners because they rely more on energy use in winter. Obviously, keeping their house up to an adequate temperature is very important for older people. So that's obviously one group. There's also those who are on benefits. We will also see, no doubt, two-parent households on middle to higher incomes with children who also face very serious pressures because their discretionary budgets are not that large, and the kinds of increases in energy costs that we're seeing will really eat into those family budgets. But obviously there are other groups in society for whom this is even more serious, where they will be perhaps even now struggling to feed themselves. We know that the demand for food banks has increased exponentially over the last 2 years, and that looks set to accelerate even further. They're very significant in London because people are facing higher housing costs than the rest of the country, often paying higher mortgages and certainly paying often very high rents. This is going to have a disproportionate impact on London. But there needs to be a recognition that there are many low-income people living in London, and the energy crisis is going to hit them hard. So we need, more targeted support for people who are on low incomes in London.